Yo, what's going on, y'all? So, I know it's Tender Tony Tuesdays, but in all actuality, I ain't really feel like sitting there bringing y'all another murder mystery saga, this, that, and the third. So I decided to, you know what I'm saying, do something fun. Oh, y'all see my peoples back there, you know what I'm saying? I introduce y'all to them in another video. But you already know what it is, your boy KD, and I'm gonna bring you something. So I wanted to sit there and jump into this whole 100 men versus one gorilla conversation. Cause you know what I'm saying, I'm sitting here, I'm sitting there drinking me a little Stone soda, you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. If you don't, then hey, catch up, my boy. But sitting there, you know what I'm saying, just stimulating my brain a little bit, and I'm thinking, and yo, I did a little research first before, you know what I'm saying? Did a little research first. I ain't really had to do no research on humans because I'm a human. I know what humans do. Had to do some research on the gorillas, right? So, first of all, I'm gonna sit there and give you a little research first, or what I found out. Then from there, I guess we could sit there and do a little cross collaboration to see what humans, which they don't. Humans do not match up, no shape or size. Until I had to use my brain and I was thinking, you know what I'm saying? Sitting there smoking. I actually just woke up from a nap, but I've been thinking about this shit for the past couple of days. And I say, yo, I finally got it. So boom, look, check it out. First of all, now we talking about the gorilla's abilities. First of all, they say the average height of, let's just say, a female gorilla, which are more violent and more vicious than male gorillas, are 4 to 6 feet. Okay. They can move up to 25 miles an hour. So I don't even think the fastest man on earth can sit there and move up to 25 miles an hour. I'm not sure. But I know for a fact gorillas can move up to 25 miles an hour. All right. The bite force on the gorilla is 1,300 pounds per square inch. So that means if a full-grown gorilla happens to bite you while your arm is in his mouth, your bone, all this right here is breaking in half. It's over with. So whatever that man clench onto is breaking. And I'm not just talking about skin, I'm talking about the bones. They can lift up to 4,000 pounds. Just get that out the way right there. They can lift up to 4,000 pounds. Now, even in my 600-pound life, you haven't even come across a human that can even withstand 4,000 pounds of fat or whatever around their body for them to survive. So there will never be a human that's too big for a gorilla to lift up. You know what I'm saying? Even at 4 feet, there will never be a human heavy enough for a gorilla not to be able to lift up. I want y'all to keep that in mind. Now, last little tidbit. They say that a full-grown average gorilla, not the silverback, just a full-grown gorilla. There's multiple different types of gorillas. A full-grown gorilla is 4 to 10 times stronger than a human. So even The average human, right? A gorilla is 4 to 10 times stronger than an average human. So the 10 times is for the average human. Now, you get one of them, I come from the late 80s, early 90s. They used to have strongman competitions on TV. I don't know if y'all know about, but if y'all know about that, them strongman competitions, that's that 4 times. You know what I'm saying? They could they're possibly 4 times stronger than like one of the world's strongest men type niggas. But to an average individual, they are 10 times stronger than you. Off rip. So boom. Now, let's get into the weird and outrageous mind of KD. And hopefully when I break this down to you, it makes sense. Because it made sense to me. So hopefully it'll make sense to you. So everybody that I see sitting there debating this, which I was even on Instagram earlier today. Matter of fact, I might sit there and put this into the video, but I was on Instagram earlier today, and for a lot of you dudes that's on Instagram and never been in the real world, the boogeyman has spoken. Your man 4Extra even said that he wouldn't sit there and this the same nigga that sat there and said that he'll squabble up with aliens if they sit there. He's chin checking aliens if they come to Earth. The man said he wouldn't even squabble no gorillas, and if he did squabble, he got to be in the last section. You feel me? So boom. Everybody that's sitting there thinking about this 100 men versus a gorilla, y'all categorizing it wrong. Because first of all, I know this is America. We're all for inclusion. Cut that shit short. Average Americans, average Black Americans, average Asian Americans. It's so mach different type. I mean, because there's so many different type of Asians. There's so many different types of Hispanic. So many different types of white people. But all together, it's never going to work. That type of melting pot in this situation, never going to work. Never. Oh, we 8 minutes in. Yeah, I can sparkle my little, you know what I'm saying? So boom. So check this out. I figured it out. Americans, I don't care if you gang bang. I don't care if it's gang. I don't care if you trying to ride a choo-choo train. It's not going to work. Not American blacks. Not American Asians. Might be the Latinos, they might. Because you got to sit there and think about it. Most Latins that weren't born in America, they come from countries to where, you know what I'm saying, you got to get greasy with your hands and shit. You feel what I'm saying? But this wasn't my thought. I'm just breaking down, you know what I'm saying? So my thought is this. You have to sit there and segregate this thing. You have to segregate this thing because everybody mixed together, it's not going to work. Now, my hypothesis is this. Now, follow me now. We have to go to the main creators and facilitators of hunting and violence. It's in their bloodline. It's in their genes. They try so hard to sit there and hide it today. We have to go to the Caucasians. The Caucasians are the only people that can sit there and make this shit happen. I'm going to break it down to you. Now watch this. You get the right subsections of Caucasians, you don't need 100 people. Now, I've thought about this for a couple of days now. I'm telling you, the right subsection of Caucasians, you do not need 100 people. You can get one gorilla going with 30 people. Now, mind you, you got to sit there and think about it. Back in the day before it was TV, radio, this, that, and the third, you know, white folks like to sit there and conquer everything. They was going in the jungles and groups of 10, 15, up to 30 and coming out with wild lions and, you know what I'm saying, but they using weapons. Now, to my understanding, you can't use weapons in this. So you just need fearless individuals that know that it's an 8 out of 10 possibility that they're going to die and they don't care. They actually going to have a smile on their face while they're doing it. That's why I say you have to have the right subsection, the subgroup of people to do it. And white people are the ones to do it. Now follow the method to my madness, right? If you've ever sat there, well, let me not even say this because majority of y'all grew up in the age of the internet and being able to sit there access the whole globe instead of just your area. You know what I'm saying? So I remember one time on Vice when Vice used to be real popular, they had a whole expose about certain sections in Russia. They have kids that are well, this happens not only in Russia but in a lot of sections of the world, but the government or the Palapilisi, whatever the government, the people that's in charge over there, they decide what you're gonna be when you grow. You have no decision on that, right? So, boom. 30 white folks that sit there and beat the gorilla. Check it out. Your first 5 white people are coming from Russia. They're coming out of the Russian boxing camp. That means that these white boys have been sitting there boxing since they was like 3 years old. And not only does boxing in the gym, no. I watched this shit. These niggas is in the woods, in the snow, boxing trees. You know what I'm saying? Wrestling bears. Yeah, them. 5 of them off top. First 5. Your second 5. No. All right, so that's your first 5. Now we're going to get your 15. That's going to make you a smooth 20. You're getting 15 white boys from Florida. But not just so regular Florida, not the YWs, not the ones that want to ride around with the YNs that have switches and Drakes and ARPs and all that. No. You're going to get 15 white boys that grow up in the swamp, that sit there for their fun time. They're diving in water. They're diving in gator infested water, snapping turtle infested water, and they're going noodling. Now a lot of y'all be like, "What, KD? What you talking about? What is noodling? That shit sound wild." It is wild. Noodling is when you are a grown ass man or a grown ass woman, or you could be a teenager. You jump in this swampy water and you're going to stick your arm into the water. Something is going to start biting on your arm. You're going to run your hand into the something's mouth and pull it up. And what is that something is? Damn near 200, 300 pound catfish. This is how they catch catfish out in the swamp. You would think they using their bare hands. For fun, they sit there and wrestle alligators. They hunt alligators for fun. for fun. Crocodiles for fun. They sit there and hunt boars down for fun. They fighting boars with bare hands for fun. You need 15 of them. Boom. Now you got 20. Down to your last 10. Next 5. You need 5 white boys that sit there and raise cattle. Preferably Texas. I think Texas, Oklahoma, some shit like that, where they be having them rodeos. Not the dudes that ride the cattle. No. The big boys that's in the back, that sit there and raise these bulls from baby to full grown killing machine. The ones that have been wrestling with bulls since they was kids. Them. You need 5 of them. Your last 5. Now, this is the most critical, because these are going to be your first 5 to go in. I'm trying to tell you. Your last 5, you need them last 5 white boys. Those are your big, those are what they consider Big Jesse, Bubba Ray, yeah, that's Slap It Son. Them type of niggas. I'm talking about the ones that's 600 pounds, right? But can run a 4-4, can lift up a car engine out of the car, walk that bitch 200 feet to the garage, and then come back and then pull out the transmission by hand. I'm talking about the ones that live in the deep skirts of Kentucky that they aunt might be their sister, but that's their mother too, and their grandmother. Them type of the ones that never grew up around black people. You know what I'm saying? And they uncle got that white sheet in the closet, but not the one that sit there and lay down on. Them white boys. That all they've been taught is black is bad. So the first thing they see is a big black gorilla. Ooh, I've been waiting to sit there and get my hands around one of you niggas. You know what I'm saying? You send 5 of them big burly. I'm talking about, 5 of them. That's 30 people right there. I guarantee you. That gorilla gonna get through about, out of them 30, gorilla gonna get through about a good 7. Now, only way that the gorilla is going to sit there and get through about a good 7, for real, is if the facility in which that this is going on has some type of foliage, has some type of trees or something. If y'all just in an arena, they gonna smoke that nigga. They gonna smoke the gorilla. They gonna smoke the gorilla. The gorilla gonna take 3 off top. First 3 that run up is getting done up. Everybody else gonna see how the gorilla moving, and they gonna surround the gorilla. Is over. And the facility to where is enclosed, but it got some foliage, some trees and shit like that. The gorilla taking out 7. But I guarantee you, it won't take 100 people to take down the gorilla. It won't take 50. It won't take 50. It'll take 30. 30 different caliber white folks that in the back of their mind, shit, this just an animal. Ain't no goddamn animal going to sit there and strike fair into me. I strike fair to animals. You get 30 of them type, dog, it's over. It's over. That gorilla is done. And for real, that gorilla is done within 10 minutes. Guaranteed. Now, the real question is, everybody keep on talking about 100 people versus 1 gorilla when they don't realize that gorillas are really docile creatures. Like, they don't really get into all that, you know what I'm saying? If it was in the wild, 100 men ran up on the gorilla is going to run into the trees. The gorilla might stand up, he might throw something, but the gorilla is going to retreat. They're going to have to hunt down the gorilla. Now, this is my question. Fuck the 100 men versus one gorilla. 100 men versus 10 chimps. 100 men versus 10 chimpanzees. I got my money on the chimpanzees. Now, if this video do good, y'all sit there, drop it in the comments. Yeah, if I'm saying y'all want to have a discussion about the 100 men versus 10 chimpanzees, drop the comment. You know what I'm saying? Let's have the discussion. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all already know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all let me know what y'all think. This what I thought about when it comes to this 100 men versus one gorilla. Tell me if I'm wrong or not.